Four college students, with bright futures ahead of them, living in a quiet town nestled in Idaho, brutally murdered in a case that shocked the nation. A mystery so dark and twisted that the entire world was left searching for answers to the question of what really happened in that house. This is Depraved Heart. The story of the Idaho College student killings. This is the haunting case of the Idaho College student killings. In this video, we'll uncover the details of that horrific incident, the victims, and the intense investigation that followed. But first, if you're into stories like this and want to stay up to date on the latest cases, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates. It was November 12, 2022. In the early hours of the morning, a brutal crime occurred in the small college town of Moscow, Idaho. Four University of Idaho students, Kaylee Gonsalves, Madison Mogen, Zana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin, were found murdered in their off-campus home. The house on King Road was a typical off-campus residence for University of Idaho students, nestled in a quiet neighborhood, surrounded by trees, and just a short walk from campus. But after the murders, it became a chilling reminder of the horror that unfolded within its walls. Kaylee, Madison, Zana, and Ethan were all close friends. Three of them lived in the house, while Ethan was spending the night with Zana, his girlfriend. What should have been an ordinary night for a group of college students turned into a horrendous nightmare. The killings were described as a targeted attack. No signs of forced entry, and yet the scene was gruesome. The victims were found stabbed to death, their bodies discovered by surviving roommates who had been in the house the entire time. But how could something so brutal happen without anyone noticing? Kaylee Gonsalves, 21, was majoring in general studies. Known for her bright personality, she was about to graduate and had big dreams for her future. Madison Mogen, also 21, was Kaylee's best friend. They had known each other for years, and Madison was pursuing a degree in marketing. She was known for being kind-hearted and always smiling. Zana Kernodle, 20, was described as energetic and full of life. She and Ethan Chapin, a 20-year-old majoring in recreation, sport, and tourism management, were inseparable. They were the kind of couple everyone loved being around. 4 young lives, full of promise, senselessly taken. But even as the town mourned, the question remained: who could have done this, and why? With no suspect in custody and little evidence available to the public, the investigation grew tense. Moscow police, along with the Idaho State Police and the FBI, launched a full-scale investigation. For weeks, they searched for any leads, a weapon, a motive, or a person of interest. But weeks went by without answers. The small town was left on edge, and conspiracy theories began circulating online. People began questioning whether the local authorities could handle a case of this magnitude. While the house had multiple floors, the crime scene was concentrated on the second and third floors. Disturbingly, the surviving roommates reported not hearing any signs of struggle, and the weapon, a large fixed-blade knife, was never found. Just when it seemed like the investigation had hit a wall, authorities got their first big break. DNA evidence collected at the scene pointed to a suspect, Brian Koberger, a 28-year-old criminology student from a nearby university. Koberger was arrested in December 2022, a month after the murders. His background in criminology and behavior during the time of the murders raised immediate suspicion. But what really shocked the public was the eerie way Kohberger's own studies may have played a role in the crime. Kohberger's arrest was a turning point, but the question still remained. What drove him to allegedly commit these brutal murders? Investigators delved deeper into his past, revealing disturbing patterns. While authorities have remained tight-lipped on many details, it's believed that Kohberger may have been studying the psychology of crime up close. The very idea that someone could be fascinated enough by criminology to commit such a heinous act is chilling. Experts have speculated that Kohberger might have seen the murders as a way to put his knowledge of crime to the test, an unsettling thought, but one that aligns with his background and education. The case of the Idaho College student killings is far from over. As the families and friends of the victims search for justice, the trial of Brian Kohberger looms ahead. It's a story that has gripped the nation and left a lasting scar on the community of Moscow. What do you think? Could there be more to this case than we know? We'll be covering every development in this trial, so if you want to stay updated on this case and other shocking true crime stories, make sure to subscribe to our channel. We'll continue to follow the investigation closely and keep you informed as we learn more. And remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single update. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.